Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Dead Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest, and thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching millions of people. God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions.
Yeah, that was not a great
on a show
Summer Games Fest kickoff, I'm not gonna lie.
The fans and the developers and brought them together.
Not a great
to meet and
kickoff.
celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink. And it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only. And now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase, so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously. And we
See what kind of cool indies we got.
Today.
AAA let us down today, so.
I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And please, without further ado, enjoy.
My Summer Game Fest highlights: Witchfire, Give It to Me, Alan Wake 2,
Digital Showcase,
Baldur's Gate, Wise Pal World still so far
There'll be
away,
effects on that.
Banishers looks cool, Under the Waves looks cool. What the hell is Star Trek
I'm
Infinite?
pleased to introduce a
Basically,
brand new
that's
game
it.
from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wander Song and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
World premiere.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball!
I love the just random shot of Haikyuu on his freaking shelf. Turn-based volleyball game? Question mark?
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team.
Open world turn-based
Then you
volleyball
can challenge
furry
rival sports
RPG.
teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings. Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun.
Basically just
When beasties
Pokemon,
play
but less
together, they actually
murderous.
become friends with one another,
I guess.
and depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide
That's
into
cool.
a really tough match.
I don't know.
So with this
I
game,
mean,
we
I
really
am
wanted to
always
emphasize
interested
the
in
beasties'
sports
agency
games
as
that
living creatures.
redefine,
They're
like,
doing
the
their own
gameplay
thing,
to
making
be,
their own
like-
decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain
It's a random
set
shot of a
conditions
dog.
while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change and the bonds that they form with each other.
So I guess BC's evolve.
We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball.
Yeah,
So
doggo.
we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
The
To help
dog
give
already.
each BC
Cool that they're hand-drawn
personality,
frame by
we've
frame,
been
though.
doing unique
Always a
lists.
fan of that.
Each one can express a range of emotions,
Aw.
and we've had a lot of fun performing that.
But it's not all just
Even
friendships
more
and
doggo.
rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town built around a nature preserve. You're kind of underdogs until one day when the Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium.
This is charming.
Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball
Oh,
League.
good boy. He's a
Right
good
from the start of
boy.
your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and
We got a
exciting
very
rise to the
good
top.
boy
We're
already.
so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support. Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
Yeah, not into volleyball. Interesting to turn it into a turn-based game. Probably out on that, but
Hyper Light Breaker,
doggo good.
Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyper Light universe, You'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth,
Mercenary?
an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and
Mercenary,
procedural
you
elements,
say?
just how I like my levels.
Procedural
Like
makes
its
me
predecessor,
nervous.
It'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer.
Procedural
You'll face
makes me
off
nervous.
against enigmatic enemies,
Every time.
armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyper Light Breaker.
Oh yeah, this game. Yeah. I didn't recognize it by the name, but as soon as I see it, I recognize it. Yeah, I love the movement. The way the movement looks in this game is really clean.
Hyper Light Breaker is a
who
huge,
knows until you play
stylish,
it?
bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us.
The
and
movement
first of
looks
its kind.
really nice.
Open world game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix
Procedural
of
still makes me
incredible open world
nervous,
games
chat.
like Breath
Not
of the
gonna lie.
Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from
Looks
Luna.
pretty.
Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure.
Yeah, I'm
dangerous,
hesitant with
unique,
roguelites.
and
I'm
challenging
hesitant with
sub-bosses
anything that's
scattered throughout the world. You'll pick up new
procedural.
gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment.
Interesting
as you
it's like
bring back
build-based,
more and
though.
more materials from runs.
Dumb.
We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team.
The
Breaker's
movement
a
looks really
culmination
good.
of
The
all
art
that
style's
incredible
clean.
work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself.
Looks pretty. I'm intrigued.
We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
Hyper Light Breaker. Music is really nice
And now,
too from the
in
bit.
true
we've
Day of the
done.
Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developers Stone Skip and publisher iam8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable,
World
it's
premiere.
chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Simpler Times. Just a couple of people chilling, listening to a record.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place
Insert
from the past
vampire
where you can
joke
be
here?
present.
Question mark.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. Starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
It's apple picking season. My favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions,
Got a
you'll journey
turntable.
alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me.
Yeah, this
I'm gonna miss our duets together.
this is charming.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too.
Gameplay is important to me. I don't like puzzle
Take a
solving.
break, slow down, and and enjoy something meaningful.
So, I don't know. Chad, are you there?
Simpler Times stems from stories we believe
Are
need
still
to
live?
be told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in,
Twitch just
the
reset
game
my
is a
chat.
reflection
Let me know
of
if you guys
the
can see me and hear me
physical
still.
spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much
Could
time
be like a
looking
bug
out
on the
window.
Twitch manager or whatever.
Hard to believe that
I'm
I
live,
was in this
okay.
view for a while.
It was just Twitch chat freaking
We
out then.
want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories.
Thank you,
and
stream manager, for nothing.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you
We may
enjoyed
never
playing
know.
Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye.
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
It's a charming little game. Doesn't look like it has enough in terms of gameplay for me, but it's cute. Especially if it's like a little two-person team.
This next game is from Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing. It's a really unique puzzle game built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
Yeah, it's definitely a wholesome game.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
This game looked trippy when we saw it the first time.
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
This is like a mind-blowing game where you take a photo and then just like go into it.
You can take photos or find photos and then...
I remember the trailer for this being brain-breaking.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique
Super
is the central
strange.
mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
Yeah, this looks
It's
like
such
a really
unique
cool idea.
Experience, and I think
Like, puzzle
everybody's
games
just gonna
make me
have a different
frustrated, but this
experience
just
of
looks
playing
really
Viewfinder,
fun.
and that's just a
This is
really
like the
nice
kind of
thing.
open-ended mechanic that reminds me of like what Portal did the first time. Where it's just like this, wait, wait, I can solve all kinds of puzzles with this, wait.
That doesn't look right.
You can rotate reality too.
This looks really cool.
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games,
Portal.
I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal
Yep.
combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it
This
to
is the most
Witness
excited I've been about a
and,
puzzle game in a very
Manifold
long time.
Garden
Maybe
and
since
various
Portal.
other puzzle
Maybe since Portal. The first one.
It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
It's just such a cool
The
idea.
whole concept of when we started this, that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things, and that's
Ooh.
just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created
Ominous.
by different people, and we have.
Yeah, this
people
is by
from
far
all
the
over
highlight of
world
this
who
showcase
have
for me so
such
far.
a diverse and
I'm
interesting
very. This is the most excited I've been at a puzzle game in
Each character
forever.
comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really
What's with
represent
this
the
like
character,
paper
who they are, what they like to
shredded
do.
cat?
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
I watched someone play through The Witness.
Celia was always fond of games.
I didn't play it myself.
It's just
I
very
watched someone
important
play it.
for us to just put in what we know, so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experience.
I kind of regret that, but
This must be the next stage. Let's go.
really cool idea for a game.
We received a record number of
Really
submissions
cool
the
idea
Summer
for a
Game
game.
Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Haunty.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty.
Is pretty.
The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost you can
Ooh, it's
haunt
really
things
pretty.
and get access to their abilities.
So it's like
There's
a
big variety of things.
It's like
that
Kirby,
you can
but
haunt
you
in this
possess items.
I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges.
This looks good too.
Haunty follows the story of a ghost.
I don't know if
in
it's
the
Haunty,
afterlife. Beyond that, it really
like,
expands
with an I or a
into
Y, but
a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort
just
of
the word
stories that
haunt
they
and then either I or Y, I think. It'll probably show it again at the end.
The progression and story of Haunty both
It's
center
really
on collecting
pretty.
these
Cool
stars,
concept.
and the stars have
Possessing
this
things.
special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there.
The best kind of animation,
fantastic
hand-drawn,
soundtrack.
frame by frame.
And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience.
Yeah, this looks really pretty.
If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, they just saw this game on Twitter. Okay, it is with two eyes, I
The
think.
next game is a bit of a blast from the past.
Oh, you
Arrived
said
on the
that.
scene 12 years ago.
Hey, thanks so much for the resub, Maisie. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. 3 months. Thank you.
Games Festival.
Much love.
But then, shortly afterwards...
Yeah, this is the 1 week a year where
That game was Cart Life.
I
Slice
pretend
of
not
life
to be a
simulation
K-pop
game, put you in
reactor.
the shoes of various street vendors.
I become a
tasked with
video
selling
game streamer
successful
once
games,
again for
selling
1 week a
fables
year.
from newspapers. As the
And
story
say I'm gonna
unfolds,
play a bunch
you
of
soon
games
find
and then
yourself
don't
making
play
tough
them
choices,
because I'm a fraud.
Trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade.
Sorry, what's he talking
It's a
about?
great pleasure to tell you that.
But thank you for the
restored
resub, man. I
and better
appreciate
than
it.
ever, Cart Life is back.
Oh, Cart Life. Few things. Puzzle game called Viewfinder looks sick. This was like an indie showcase. Few things from the Summer Games Fest proper intro. Witchfire.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with
Baldur's
Ad Hoc
Gate,
Studio,
Power World.
and we're here to show you
Not
Cart
much
Life.
though.
Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards.
Yeah, this
at the
showcase,
Independent
we
Games
got some
Festival.
really interesting
For a
ideas
variety of
going on.
reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's
So are they
work,
remaking
now
it?
we're partnering with him to help bring it back.
Okay, he's involved. I never played the original, but I know people talk about it. It's one of those like lost media cult classic games. Where you have to like just go to a random freaking like there's no legit way to play this game right now.
In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background.
So
and
cool they
circumstances,
contacted the guy
but what they all have in
somehow and were
common
like,
is that
hey,
they're
can
trying to
we
make
like
it as street vendors.
make your thing
Melanie
again?
is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart.
How you doing, Maisie?
Andris is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big
Hey, you don't
dreams,
have to leave for
but never enough
spoilers.
money to
I'm
make
not
it
doing
happen.
reaction
He's
things.
hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in cart life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and
What's
how
up,
you
Lynn?
prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No spoilers. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see it in theaters. The first Spider-Verse was incredible, so.
The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game.
Yeah, glad to hear
What
that.
players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art.
Cool, so it's like a
updated controls and
proper
mechanics,
remaster,
and we
remake.
really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console
Re-release.
later this year.
Cool that they just like liked this game and then tried to get the original guy to work on it again. Not for me, but it looks... That's cool.
The skateboard renaissance has been going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Hellskate! World premiere.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwebbelkop. I'm the
Oh,
CEO
weird.
and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
Kwebbelkop was not on my bingo card today.
All right, Anton. First try. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, that's very strange. If anyone wonders what he's been doing, he's been making a skateboarding action game.
Too slow. Again.
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk.
This is a cool idea, though.
I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony
Moving
Hawk
past the Kwebbelkop of it all.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of
So
course,
he's like,
we're
what
bound
if it
to
was?
Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with a roguelite structure.
I think for a game that's skateboarding, actually,
Just like
that's
with
a
other games in
really
the
good
roguelike
use of
genre,
procedural
death
generation.
is a central mechanic in the game.
Actually.
When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources, which you can use to get permanent upgrades such
Yeah, I
as
like that.
tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons.
Yeah, this is cool looking.
The combat in our game can be
This is
described
cool
as
looking.
a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the
Skateboard
gameplay
hack and
revolves
slash is a
around your
cool idea.
skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning.
Hellskate.
And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Like this art style.
Why
a
did you
lot.
stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm. What do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Hellskate.
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellskate.
That's cool.
Hosting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
Yeah, this is already a better showcase, Chad.
In our next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head. That's it. That's the game.
Half a head.
But it's so much more than that.
You're half a head,
because, you
the video
see,
game.
Henry can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating
Henry
sandbox
Halfhead.
situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is, how is, what does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to
What?
Henry? Henry's not just anyone.
It's just
If
the
they're
top
anything,
half
they're-
of a head.
Well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach.
Weird.
Everything. And that's how they manage their daily life. The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine.
I don't know. I don't know what I expected.
Tick tock, tick tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine.
He just becomes
which they
the
usually
battery.
start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the
Ain't
world,
that the truth?
you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
Laughs in Don't Make My Bed even though I have a whole head. Shame.
For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a
Why am I
cinema.
being attacked in a video game showcase?
Not too hot, not too cold.
No. You didn't have to call me out like that.
Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin.
Do you like just target a random thing? I like the little sound.
That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry,
I like the little
Henry's now
sounds.
ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
I love the sounds.
That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
The little
best
pop
drink
when he
Henry can make
transitions.
from beans.
I am become knife.
The candy of nature.
He just crawls on top of it to
well
eat.
fed and well informed, Henry
Nom
was to
nom
get
nom.
ready and
Nom
pack
nom
for
nom.
work.
Got a little bit of the Japanese A in there, huh? What a charming little game.
If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun.
What?
Play Henry's not so ordinary everyday life in co-op.
Freaking co-op?
Henry Everyday Life with a twist.
Our next game is
That's
from
funny.
Joachim Carlson, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside.
Oh?
We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents. Rhythm Action Platformer 140 and Co-op Arcade Shooter.
You
with
make a
Thoth,
whole
2
head.
of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppy's contributions to those Playdate titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob.
co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
Oh, it's an Annapurna game. What do you mean, Maisie? Yeah, I think we saw this, right? I swear we saw this.
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb.
The orb.
Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring.
Oh, cool.
Just like that, we are now in a world outside.
Oh, yeah. No, once you see Denise, like, it's impossible not to. Once you see her, once you hear her.
The orange orb here contains the
I mean, at
world
least
we
she's
were
still doing
previously
things. Like,
exploring.
she even had solo music last year. This
Let's
year?
jump out
Was that this
one
year?
more time.
Might have been, like, February or something. So at least she's still around.
We're now
She's
in a
still
world
public.
even
She's still doing
further
stuff. But
outside, and can explore this
yeah,
world using the
Denise
orange
is
orb that we picked
incredible.
up.
Secret number's still great, but not the same. Yeah, I remember the orbs. I remember laughing at the
Orbs
orb
can
before.
be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles. And you can
Yeah,
even throw
Instagram
them
and
into
TikTok,
pipes.
I highly recommend. What is that little guy doing? Following him. Got a little drone friend? Digging the
Use
music.
the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world.
Oh, weird.
Let it pass by, and jump back in.
Weird. It's a cool looking game too. I like the little moth creature.
Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters.
Cool. I love how this game sounds. I love how this game sounds. Sound design 10 out of 10. Oh, the things disappeared. Oh, this game looks gorgeous. This looks and sounds
We hope you
so
look forward
good.
to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing
Cool.
later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. I'm gonna write down like 600 indie games during the showcase, or during this freaking week, and I'm gonna end up playing like 4 of them. But it doesn't mean that I can't get excited about their existence.
And now, I'm pleased to bring
The
you a
existence of
title
cool
from
games
French
makes me
Canadian
happy whether or
developer
not I play them.
Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été.
Play as a painter, huh?
In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna be gross, sniffling, coughing.
Été means summer in French.
Still got
because it's
strep,
set in our
and I'm fighting
French-speaking
crazy
hometown
allergies.
Of Montreal, Canada.
Devolver's gonna be
as you
insane
step
no
through the
matter what,
shoes
yeah.
of a painter who's traveling
Devolver's
abroad
right
for,
after this.
Well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
Unfortunately, we missed Guerrilla
When you fill
Games
something with paint,
because
you'll
it
expect
was
its
at like
color
9
as
a.m.
droplet
this
of
morning,
experience.
and
as
I
you
was
grow
still
up,
streaming
you
at
become able
6:30
to reach
a.m.
larger
So I was like, I gotta
that
sleep a
reveal
little
bigger
bit.
part of the world at once. You'll also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes.
Interesting
And
that
some
the
of them
people
will
are
even
the only
commission
things that are
artworks.
already colored.
Using your bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas. That's where your
Moose
creativity
Raptor.
comes into play.
Hockey
At your
puck.
easel, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far.
That's a cool idea.
Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions. And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation.
Listen, we got
With hundreds of
Hellscape,
unlockable stamps
okay?
at your disposal,
It's not just
and
wholesome.
dozens of commissions to inspire you. The only limit really is your imagination.
This is a wholesome game though too.
Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to
Yeah,
meet
thanks.
other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio. But
I think
you'll
I'm
have to
over the
dive into that
hump,
story
but
for
it's just
yourself.
annoying to have my
It
voice
is coming out in
still weird
2024,
and
and we hope you'll enjoy your
sniffling
adventures
and
as a
being
traveling
I've got
painter
gross
in this
snot,
lovingly
you know, on
crafted,
stream.
whimsical summer world.
It's like
Hi everybody, how are you liking the show so far? This is the time where we take a brief break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept things into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the...
Tim, sorry. I thought that, yeah, I thought I was doing something here too. All right.
Yeah, maybe
Hey,
don't do
Kelly
that.
from Indie Mega Booth here with a very exciting announcement. We're back.
Were they a previous partner of? Yeah.
If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows like PAX West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypto the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro, Astroneer, The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the
Stanley
games industry,
Parable.
where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we were so excited to announce
Yeah,
that we're
Tunic's
finally
a cool
waking up
little
from our
game.
big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0. Head on over to our brand new website, indiemegabooth.com, and be Indie Know by signing up for our newsletter.
Okay.
Learn about new games, upcoming showcases, digital sales, and the best ways to help support the games and developers that you know and love. As we've always said, individually we're tiny, Together,
I
we're
need to
mega.
trim the mustache, chat. Freaking in my nose.
We have another world premiere for y'all, and it's also really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next
Oh.
one is not what you're expecting.
The
from
Alto
them.
team.
It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your way.
Is it a sheep game?
No, I like herding.
Is it a sheep
It'll be
game?
herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill.
Shepherd game, maybe?
Hi there, my name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and creative director of
Alto's a
Land
really
and Sea.
pretty game.
We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series. Now, over the last few years, we've been busy growing the team and laying the groundwork for our most ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please take a look, and I'll be back at the end to tell you more.
Okay. It's a sheep game, chat. Anyone ever wanted to be a sheep in a video game? Now you can be a sheep. Or maybe a shepherd, I don't know. Looks like shepherd. Yeah, Alto's Adventure actually worked really well with touch controls. I actually ended up playing that on my phone. It's a really pretty game. The runes. Life, loss, and livestock. Yeah, we've had a pretty
I hope you
good
enjoy this
diverse
first look
selection
at our
of
brand new
aesthetics
game,
here.
Summerhill. To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together you'll be setting out to rescue
Doggo.
the lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home. Summerhill brings together gentle problem solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral
Oh,
landscapes. to
that is
tell
a
timeless,
really
coming-of-age
pretty vista.
folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell a story that could only be told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We
That
can't wait to share
Dream
more with you,
score
so if
is
you'd like to be the first to hear about
magical.
what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Cool. Summerhill.
Next up, we have an update on Eternites. This is from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side, and it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this title. Sorry. What's happening?
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs.
They made it a fourth wall break.
The virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long.
I don't remember this game. Was this on previous indie showcases?
Find one more thing worth fighting for. Eternites is
I
a
don't
dating
remember
action
this.
game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a
Weeps
heartfelt love
out.
story.
Nah, I'm into it.
Can I be honest
Rich
for a
has such
moment?
good emotes, man. legitimately the only channel I sub to primarily for the emotes.
Too
Like,
much.
I mean, obviously,
It's
I
during these
watch his
moments
VODs.
that I'm
so.
happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have
Oh,
someone
that
special
soundtrack.
by your side to make things less scary. So, what now?
Confidence plus one.
Because the teacher might hear us. Hey,
Yeah.
have you ever passed it up to your crush? I mean, or you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not.
Wow, we are so cheesy.
Mini games. We have so many mini games that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle.
Interesting they went with the fourth wall break, though.
So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons.
I'm kind of into this chat. This is super impressive for a one-man team, by the way.
I mean, so many things like train, scavenge, dates. Did I say date twice? Anyway, you have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the
She's
world.
the tsundere, I guess.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Save the date, save your date, save the world.
Wish list now.
Next up from Italian
You know what, chat?
developer
I'm kinda into
Evil
that.
Licorice comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics
We'll write it
engineering
down, I'm
and
curious.
allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice, and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets.
Retro gadgets.
Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something.
The problem with
dynamic
dating sims on stream
this
is you
one,
never
when
know
I
what kind of
rotate the knob
absolutely
or I press the
degen
buttons.
shit
And
will
this
just
is
come
where
out
the
of
idea
nowhere.
for Retro Gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little
I'd be
effort.
so afraid.
We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take
cool
the
idea.
best of both worlds and adds a layer of hardware building and customization. All this is packaged in a cozy and retro-inspired environment.
They're tricking you into teaching yourself
We
how
have
to
a
code.
fantastic
Fake
community,
boy.
And people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations.
It's a cool
so
idea.
Please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam, and we have big plans in store. Bye.
Retro gadgets. Cool game.
If you've ever watched the Mars Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question, though. Sure, Curiosity can tell us the weather on a planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza?
Can
In
Curiosity
Mars
deliver a
First
pizza, chat?
You'll be given the task of carrying
The real
awkwardly shaped
question we've
objects
all been
from point A
wondering.
to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from ShapeShot. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars.
It's a big
You'll do this
pizza.
by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design.
So
and
it's like
build
puzzle
yourself.
solving, vehicle building, delivery game. Yo, if there's pineapple, then the people on Mars are starving. Not supporting that shit. Oh, I don't know about that one. Yeah.
As you complete deliveries, the game will give you new toys to play with.
This looks like I would be super frustrated with it in like 5 minutes. It's a really fun idea, though. Also, does this count as a Stranding game? Because you're like a freaking delivery driver. Just like Death Stranding. Curious.
The game is set in a vast open world.
I need
and you're free to pick and choose
Kojima's
which
comments
jobs
on
you'd
Mars
like to take
Logistics.
on. There's a mix of procedurally generated
So whether or not this
side
counts
jobs
as a Stranding game.
and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world. One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available.
Oop, that failed. It's a really cool idea. I would get so mad at this so fast.
And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of
Yeah,
the
I
fun
do
in
not
the
have
game
the patience to
is
play this
just
game.
messing around and being creative in its editor.
It looks like there's a content mine here potentially, though.
And
Like trying to
finally,
make
I'm really
weird
excited
shit
to
work.
announce that Mars First Logistics
To be good
will
content.
be launching into Steam Early Access on the
Someone will
22nd
make a
of
good
June.
stream out of this.
That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
Mars First Logistics.
You'd think the aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Salt Sea. The adventure unfolds differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt Sea Chronicles.
Salt Sea Chronicles.
Hello.
That's a way bigger team than we've been seeing.
I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made
15, 20
Salt
people.
Sea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Salt Sea Chronicles today.
Not in love with
It's
this
a
aesthetic.
flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you
A
play
little
as a ship's whole
simplistic, I
crew.
think. I know the writing is meant to carry a game like this, probably, but... My initial thought is,
Beginning
this doesn't
of the
look
game,
good.
You're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Salt Sea archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head
Like
next,
the idea-
who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say.
Not
to
sure
the
about how
people
it
that you meet
looks.
along the way. Salt Sea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before.
I think
Our
I just
team
don't like how
really done an
melty
incredible
everything
job.
looks.
One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats. As you
Aw,
explore, you'll
kitties.
find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Salt Sea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly different house rules.
Spoils.
Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically.
Interesting.
Salt Sea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange, maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling.
Yeah, this game lives or dies by its rating, I
To
think.
the world of Salt Sea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter, or a Romeo and Juliet chapter, or a detective one.
This game, if the rating's good, if the characters are
Plenty of
interesting,
laughs, but tough
this is
choices
going to be a
and
good
meaningful
game.
moments too.
If they're
The
not,
writers' room of
I don't
award-winning
think the gameplay is
storytellers
going to
have
carry
done
it.
An incredible job. We're so delighted to share Salt Sea Chronicles with you all today. And
No
I
worries,
can't wait
Vinko.
for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you
I
travel.
just don't like how melty everything looks in that game, I think. My problem. Everything looks like it's like blobs.
All right,
melting
this next
together.
game, Sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as me as Tim, I don't know,
Not enough
is
salt.
getting to know all these
2 out of
amazing
10.
game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all
That's
their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations.
Not at all weird, Tim.
While making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made
Oh,
a super
weird.
hyper duper long documentary series, unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen.
So they
in
actually
development
did
that
this.
Never really gets documented.
That's the
because
most Double Fine thing I've ever heard of.
so here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you.
Having someone embedded in your company to make a documentary in real time while you're making a game.
So what's next? Psychonauts 2.
Weird.
To get to the dollar amount we're talking about, it's probably going to take financing from a lot of different avenues.
Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking our people.
So there's a ton of stuff going on right now. It's kind of breaking me. But you know, it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a Psychonauts game in the near future.
Yeah, I'll probably end up watching this.
Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Psycho Odyssey. That's a cool idea.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs, or to
Only
just hear about
Double
Day of
Fine
the
would
Devs
do
in
something
general,
like that, I
go
think.
to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors that have been with us since the very beginnings of Day of the Devs. We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us, ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please, applause for all the cool logos on the screen. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank
The
you.
cool logos
Thank you
on the
again
screen that
to
are
the
breaking Twitch
incomparable
TOS,
Dose
Pepe
One.
Live.
He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games ever since we started.
More than
doing these
3%,
digital
guys.
showcases for Day of the
I don't
Devs.
know.
Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible. Thank
You guys
for
know they
watching Day of the
didn't
Devs yet
walk it
again.
back.
If
I
you're
mean, they said
looking
they did,
for
but it's
more
still in the
information, or
TOS,
you just
so-
want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com.
Right now, it's
URL
still
on your
illegal to
screen.
have more
Follow
than
us on
3%
social
of your
media. We
screen
got more
be
coming up
sponsor
this year.
logos.
Thank you to
You
our
could just be
friends
banned
at
off Twitch
Keighley.
for
The
it,
Summer Game
technically.
Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to
Hopefully
be
they
part of
change
Summer
the
Game
TOS
Fest
back,
these last
but
many years.
it's
Definitely
not just
stick
a
around.
rug
We're not
pull.
completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia, thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really f***ing cool.
Not just
Happening
things,
right
shit. They're throwing shit at the wall. Literal shit. Except the shit has grenades in it, and they're blowing up their own house. It's not just a random wall. This game, I need to play still. This is one of the absolute highlights of the last couple of years of Day of the Devs. I think it's out already. I need to play this game. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. This is a really pretty song, too. I love flutes. One of my biggest regrets in life is not sticking with the flute when I had a chance to start playing it. I got like peer pressured into not playing it. This game is gorgeous, the song is gorgeous. Fantastic vibe to end on. Now for the biggest vibe shift of all time. Into whatever the fuck Devolver's doing. That game is Tchia, I think is the name of that game. Yeah. Tchia. I'm pretty sure it's out already. Pretty sure. But that was definitely like one of the highlights last year. Yeah, it's on Steam already, I think. No, it's coming soon. Never mind, I'm a liar. So never mind. Absolutely wishlisting, like. So highlights for me, chat: Viewfinder, Haunty, Hellsgate, Henry Halfhead, Cocoon, Eternites, and Tchia. Those are my highlights. A lot of cool stuff that looks super cool for other people that's just I know isn't for me. But those are the ones that piqued my interest the most. Okay, now it is Devolver time. Time for degeneracy. Viewfinder is, like I said, the most excited I've been about a puzzle game in forever. Forever. Well, it's not on Steam yet, so I don't know. Maybe it got like an Epic exclusive timed or something. New Caledonia.